Every human being on this planet has a competitive advantage, and I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna be comparing it to business because I just love talking about business. So let's talk for a second about the food industry. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. They all fulfill the same need. Serve us food because people get hungry. But what makes this a multi-billion-dollar industry? Duh, like, if I'm like trying to eat pizza or something like that, I'm not gonna go over to an Indian restaurant. And if I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier, I'm not gonna go over to McDonald's. So already this falls apart in your head, right? So let's zoom in to really drill this home for you. All right, let's take an example of two restaurants that basically fulfill the same exact thing. Like they have like the same exact menus and everything. One is your local burger shop. The other one is McDonald's. Now, if these two businesses are basically fulfilling the same exact niche, how can the local business survive when McDonald's exists and should, in theory, dominate the market? Well, it's because they're solving the same problem just in different ways using their own competitive advantages. I mean, for starters, at your local burger shop, it's usually gonna be decorated pretty nicely. It's gonna be vibes versus McDonald's, which is like always like bland and yucky. Also, at your local burger shop, you're typically gonna get cashiers who are very friendly because they care a ton about their customers because every customer matters. And I can guarantee you that at least just once, every person watching this video has experienced a McDonald's employee getting paid $7 an hour and just looking at you like this. Nothing against McDonald's workers, bro. It's just, they typically don't really tend to care as much as a local burger shop would. And another advantage that the local burger shop has is they're actually gonna have like pretty darn good food. Now, but this leads me to the other side of this coin. At McDonald's, yeah, they have like okay food, but at least you know what you're getting yourself into with them. We as human beings, we don't like unknowns. That's why the future is scary. They're an established billion-dollar brand versus something you're not 100% sure on what you're getting yourself into. At the local burger shop, the food quality is better, but it is gonna take longer. Whereas McDonald's, you get your food quick. If you got 5 minutes and you need something for a quick bite, you got McDonald's there. They got your back. Burger shops also, because of the increased quality, they also tend to cost quite a bit more versus McDonald's. Bro, you can go there with a $5 meal deal and like you'll be good like for the rest of the day. And so if a local burger shop faced with a billion-dollar company literally can still survive and thrive on top of that, then I'm sure you can do some stuff too. Okay, well. So to practice what I'm preaching, I made my own list of my own competitive advantages. Now, obviously, I'm not a super well-rounded human being, but I do have advantages just like the local burger shop. I am creative, although I'm still learning how to express that creativity. I have the ability to think creatively. I am authentic and genuine. I'm literally just me, bro. Like, what you see is what you get. Like, for real, for real. Like, if you see me on a video here, this is exactly what you're gonna meet in person, too. I have a great group of people around me. I love them. And I'm willing to walk while not knowing where I'm going or how I'm going to get there. Now, on the other side of that coin, here are a few of my flaws that I have written down here and how I can look at them in a new perspective to see them as a competitive advantage. I am inexperienced. I've never run a clothing brand before successfully. I don't know what I'm doing. But my competitive advantage with that is allows me to think more creatively because of how limited of a context I have on how to run a brand. Another flaw, I get scared. I'm human. But my competitive advantage in that, overcoming the part where most people stop and where I personally have stopped before. And it inspires other people, you guys, by letting you guys see how you can thrive by walking through the fire like I'm doing right now. And obviously, I'm not great at designing clothes or promotional pieces, but my competitive advantage with that, I get the satisfaction of figuring it out. And people can see me taking these imperfect strides, and you guys will see how I improve over time. And I also get to look back and see where I came from. This is just something I added in here. It's kind of a side note, but I think it's important. Quality over quantity. Ideally, you want both. But the way quality is achieved is through way of quantity. And so I leave you now with a challenge. I challenge you to go do the same thing, list out your competitive advantages for whatever goal you have in your life right now. Honestly, it will really shift your perspective and help you see the same situation, the same person, still you, just in a new light. All right, I love you guys. Peace out.